The town of Hempstead is the largest township in the United States. It's actually larger than 4 states. And I have a citation from Supervisor Kate Murray, signed by myself and every other councilwoman and councilman in the town of Hempstead, presented to Richard Petito in fitting recognition of your volunteer efforts as both a board member and president of the Shields Long Island for the past 40 years. Your tireless support of countless worthy events and volunteer organizations involving law enforcement have made the town of Hempstead and our entire community a better and safer place to live. To my friend Richie, congratulations.
Can I have New York State FOP President Charlie Caputo up to the mic, please?
That's what I thought too. To keep going on with this, it's very funny, but in 2002 when I met Richie, we talk about organizations. Organizations really didn't get together. And I'm going to get emotional because the guy I relied on a lot was not only Bill Lombard, but Bill said, if you want to learn anything about organizations, talk to Richie Petito. And let me tell you, I have 20,000 members. I cover from Montauk to Canada, and I have never met anybody more loyal to an organization than Richie. I have an appreciation award. It's for Richie, it's for his lifetime achievements, for the community of law enforcement, and to his family. That's another thing about Richie. Family. He is so loyal to his family that there's times I know he doesn't make meetings because sometimes he even told me, you gotta remember one thing, family does come first. And it really does. I have never met a guy who's more loyal to his family, to his baseball teams, to his umpires, than Richie. Believe me when I tell you, and it wasn't too long ago that I said to Richie, I said, you know, it takes a lot out of you. You do miss your families. You do have to do so many things for members. You know, we put our members first as presidents, but there was times we sat down at a place in Queens, Mama's, and we said, you know, when are we going to give this up? And I told Richie, I said, Richie, I could never stay in a position as long as you. I'll never make it, that's for sure. And we said, you know, who are we going to put in our spots? Who is going to take the reins over once we're gone? And that's what we're looking for today. People that are out there that want to do the same kind of work that we do. And there's not too many guys out there that are willing to give up their family, their friends, their weddings, their confirmations, their communions, when another fellow officer needs help. There's not too many people out there that are going to do that in today's police world. But I can actually say that my friend Richie, and I just can't get enough of getting an intake of how to do business. The thing is, he's always telling me, you gotta take care of the families first and the men. When the men, we lose a guy in the line of duty, I've always called Richie and said, Richie, how do I take care of this? And Richie's always said to me and always guided me the right way to do things. And it's been an honor for me to be here tonight, Richie. Thank you so much.
say, listen, that's gonna be a tough act to follow, but I got a tough guy to follow it. FOP Lodge 317 President Joe McGarry. Joe?
Transit's in the house. You poor slob. I like the guy. I'm here to complain about a lot of things about him.
Stand up, Joe.
You know, the last time you guys messed with me, I had a heart attack. Remember that? You know,
Where's the
he's
clown?
outside. You never know. Oh, he's getting serious. I got my glasses. Richie and I go back a long time. I think I was 12 years old when I started working with Richie at the Transit Police Department. 34th to 6th, 8th, 7th, whatever it was there. 7th, 8th, there you go. That was, and by the way, that was before the hostile takeover, which was April 2nd, 1995, midnight. But I want to tell you this, that like I said, Richie and I go back a long time. When I first stepped in as president of Transit Police Memorial Lodge 317, I spoke to Richie about a couple of things. A couple of problems with the lodge at the time. I was lost, didn't know what to do. I still don't know what to do. But,
He knows his way now.
yeah, exactly. I know what doors to open up. But I spoke to Richie, and he was there. When tragedy struck personally, my own house, a few times, Richie was there. You know, he helped my family out. I'll never forget that, never. All I can say is that, in a nutshell, that Richie's a good guy. He's a very good guy. His heart is in the right place. Anybody that's ever dealt with him knows that. So I'm here tonight to present Richie with a plaque from the Transit Police Memorial Lodge 317, which he is a proud member. Without a doubt, exactly. And the plaque reads as this: presented to Richie J. Petito. These are my glasses, by the way. Shields of Long Island. Grateful appreciation and recognition for his tireless efforts on behalf of all his members and all police officers of all agencies. Presented by me, President of Lodge 317, New York State Fraternal Order Police. Richie, I love your friendship. Hope it'll stay a long time. God bless us.
I hope I'll say one again.
If I could just say one thing, look at the plaque, it really does say presented by me. Joe, you wrote it the way you speak, Joe. Way to go. We have with us tonight the New York Transit Police Department Retiree Association President Ed Russo.
I do not know anyone who deserves to be honored more than Richard for his dedication for the 30-something years with the love of his life, the Shield of Long Island. There's no one like his dedication that he shows to the organization. And of course, we're also proud that he's transit. I have to add that. This is presented to Richie Petito. Richie Petito, Shields of Long Island, in recognition of his many years of dedication, outstanding work on behalf of the members of law enforcement and the association.
Moving right along, we have FOP Lodge 69 President Billy Connor.
Richie, very humbled to be here tonight, very honored, and there's no one finer that can be recognized as you. Granted, I'm not transit like these other guys here, but as we said before, we're all one, right? And that's important, okay? So tonight, what I'd like to give to you on behalf of myself, my executive board, the members of the New York State Internal Order of Police, the Nassau Police Lodge 69, congratulate Richard J. Petito, President of Shields, Long Island, on this 20th day, June 2012, with grateful appreciation for his paternalism, diligence, and dedication to the law enforcement community. I wish you well, all the best. God bless you.
All the board members have requested some mic time to say, you know, their own personal words of gratitude to Richie. I'm going to start with Larry Oliva, who's going to come up, and he's also representing the Amateur Softball Association umpires.
Okay, I'll try to make this quick. I met Richie about 12 years ago. I had 4 kids, college starting, and unprepared. I joined the Nassau County Amateur Softball Association umpires, and all Richie knew about me was I was a cop. And from that day on, he took good care of me. And I always thought it was because I was a good cop. I was a cop. But it was really because I was a person. And he would do that to anybody looking to make a better life, help out their family. And I really need to be thankful to him. He's helped me through some tough financial times. Richie is more than just a friend to me now. He's a great American. He's one of the most patriotic people I know. And he loves people, and he loves helping people. Anyway, to attest to his friendship and how good he is, we have about 8 of the ugliest people sitting over here from the Umpires Association. And they gave up their night to come here and be with Richie. I'm truly blessed to have him as a friend. I feel the same. I'm sure they feel the same. I don't have a plaque to give you, but I think these guys have an envelope. And, thank you very much.
I don't know if I should kiss the ring first or just give the envelope.
Godfather.
At this time, we have a few personal remembrances from Timmy Meyer. Timmy? Hey, as Timmy's coming up, and a couple of, I just want to point out that there should be pens on every table. They're Long Island Shields. It's a Richie Petito president, and it has our every table. No, we'll make sure you get some, all right? Before you leave.
Gave it to me. I don't know what was on the table. Just gave it to me.
Petito, like the Lieutenant Quinn of County,
Want the blood
two of the best people I ever met in my life in any organization. They are true cops. I just think the world of Richie. And again, Richie, Long Island Shields since 1973 to this day, through Bill Lombard, and everybody in Long Island Shields, Rich Petito, the last 30 years, has a scholarship in Cadillo's name, since 73 to this day. And I was at the Brooklyn get together a Cadillo website, which is on the email right now. And I went through with the webmaster some pictures. And only today at the DEA, NYPD, with Dave Fisher and Joe Conway and Don Camerata, Randy Jergens and the family, did I discover that this came from Joe Conway. This was a picture at your Shields meeting, the old green and black RMP at one of the Shields meetings. So I figured, you know me. So my webmaster friend scanned it, which I can't do. I brought it home and I found a nice framed picture that says "Friends" that's engraved on here. And this is on, if Todd was here, he'd sign it. And this is on behalf of the Cadillo family that I presented to Richie.
Okay, Save the Howling, our financial secretary, Joe Wolf.
When the wolf is in the day's blue tonight.
Well, there's a lot been said tonight, and I was sitting over there trying to think of what I could say. And I think back to one incident recently where, you know, we do a lot of things here, and as police officers, many of us active, some of us not, you know, you put your life on the line, you put your reputation on the line, you put your personal finances on the line. And recently we got involved in a little endeavor where the Shield have been threatened with a lawsuit. And without getting into details, I called up Richie, I let him know the details, and he basically said, it's the right thing to do, right? Don't worry about the lawsuit. You know, that's the kind of guy he is. If it's the right thing to do, we're going to do it. We're not going to worry about lawsuits. We're not going to worry about somebody's, you know, calling us names or, you know, thinking badly of us. If it's the right thing to do, we're going to do it. We're going to put our reputation on the line. We're going to put our finances on the line. And I think that says more about somebody than just about anything else. When you know there's something that has virtually no gain, and you're still going to do it because it's the right thing to do. So Richie, I salute you and thank you for being a friend and a mentor.
All right, we're going to call Lloyd Thomason, but he promised not to berate you from this microphone about paying your dues or bringing in new members. He said he's to strictly have something nice to say about Richie. Come on up, Lloyd.
How do you do this, Petito? The president skated on all this. Anyway, congratulations, Rich. It's a pleasure to know you. And you know, everybody talked about, you know, cops and everything. This man took it even further. He took it personally. And I'm here to tell you, when my sister-in-law passed away, he came to the funeral and wake, and he sat with my brother-in-law, who was really suffering, and he said, look, this will pass. You gotta give it time. He didn't have to do that. The man wasn't a Shield member. When my wife passed away, I was sitting in the house, and I couldn't move. He came and got me and took me out to court, got me moving again. So he's done a lot for a lot of people. He's gone to the funerals. He's helped people, helped them in bereavement and everything. And he's been there with his hat in hand, going out to get all the scholarship money that he gives out so freely tonight. And if it wasn't for him doing this, we wouldn't be sitting here. And I'm going to tell you also, there would be a shield. We would have won them a shield. But this man, he stepped up, took the presidency, stayed with it, and kept it moving. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a shield tonight. So I just want to make you all aware of it. And also, the board, we couldn't figure out what to get for Richie personal, so we came up with this idea from North Shore Hospital. This is a certificate for whenever he wants to use it for a colonoscopy. He just got hurt from the Army. When Carmelo Bay, he used to do the water boy. And he said, the person will take care of Richie.
Gotta make sure I take pictures.
2 days before. The whole thing, one day. And you tell your doctor to get pregnant. Oh, wait a minute, that's and that's it.
That's another guy that Shields would not exist without, Lloyd Thomason. Lloyd will never cease to amaze me. Come up here and say such things. Continue with the board. Jack Darcy, come up and say a few words.
All right, Jack.
If I could just say something before Jack starts. Vinny Rapatullo was here earlier, Rich, just so you know. Vinny couldn't stay. He wanted to come by and offer the board members his, you know, whatever support he could give us for this type of evening. He'd love to be here to say a few words. Vinny and Richie go back, I don't know, 50 years, Rich? Pretty much close to that, okay? So with that, Jack Dawson.
Tonight's recognition for Rick Pitino is long overdue. Richie, in the first 20 minutes of the program, just the 7 scholarship awards that we gave out and a couple of awards would not exist if it were not for Rick Pitino. He has become a glue which has held the Long Island Shields together for the last 30 years as president, 40 years as member.
Thank you.
But more than that, I know Richie probably almost 40 years now. And some words come to mind right away when I think of Rich Pitino. Honesty, integrity, loyalty, and selflessness. Anytime you mention Compton trouble, he's there. There's no agenda. There's no what's in it for me. It's what can I do? So he has held this organization together by devoting countless hours over the years. If it were not for him, like Lord had said, this organization would have really, you know, gone by the board a long time ago. It's really unfortunate. We're not getting as many new members as we should. But Richie, a long time ago, made a decision not only to devote his life to law enforcement and to the welfare of police officers, and it continued long after he hung up his gun belt for the last time. Anytime a cop needs help, doesn't matter what agency he's with or where he is, Rich Pitino was there. So I served as a police officer with Rich Pitino. I've been honored to serve on the board. But what I'm most proud of is being called Rich Pitino a friend. So, Rich Pitino, thank you. With this, we have a presentation from the membership. Well, it says, the Shields of Long Island Incorporated Lifetime Achievement Award, presented to Richard J. Pitino, in recognition of over 40 years of outstanding service and humanitarian efforts in furthering the ideals of our organization. Your unending support has helped elevate the professionalism of the entire law enforcement community. June 20th, 2012.
Every time I come up here, Richie goes, that's it, right? That's it. Now, on behalf of the entire the board, the Shields of Long Island, and the organization, we'll have our treasurer, Rick Rockamp. He's going to present the executive board plaque to Richie Petito.
Thank you, everybody. Before I do that, I'd just like to say a few things. I did jot a few things down, but of course I forgot my glasses. Not that I need them, but I would like to say that I joined the Shields, I believe it was about 1907. Richie had been the president for about 30 years at that time. And the following year we had our first boat trip, which would make this like our 104th anniversary or something like that. But seriously, I think I joined the Shields back in 1987, 86, 87, something about that. You and Patty Gavin, that's right. A couple of years ago. But transit please. But I went on the board, I think it was like 1988. So that was a couple of years ago. And quite honestly, I'm still trying to figure out how to get off. Just run the nominating committee. Yeah, I had the nominating committee every year, so I just can't figure out a way to do that. But no, seriously, the Long Island Shields is a great organization. It really is. They have, gone out of their way to help so many people throughout the years. Not everything you hear about, but I can tell you that many times cops in need, we do try to help whenever we can. The games for the physically challenged, we volunteer there every year. Collecting gifts for the needy at Christmas time, things like placing flags on the graves of our veterans Memorial Day. So many worthy causes, trying to keep the memories alive of some of our fallen officers through our scholarship awards. We had those this evening, we got to see that. So there's so many things that we do. And for all the work that everyone does on the board and in the organization, and believe me, there is a lot. None of it would get done without Richie. Okay, Richie is the driving force behind everything that we do throughout all these years. 30 some odd years, 40 years. Richie has been there for all of us, whatever we needed. His dedication and hard work has made the Shields what it is today. I don't know what we'd be without him, but certainly we would not be anywhere near where we are without him. There's no question about it. On a personal note, I would like to say this time to Richie that, Rich, I appreciate everything you've done for me. You've done a lot for me. And I'll never forget it. Your friendship is something that I hold in the highest regard, something I'll never forget. And it is just a great honor for me to have played a small role in this evening and to have been part of it. So Rich, thank you. Thank you. And we got him good, too, let me tell you. Twice a year. Now, it's my great honor. This is from the executive board. All right. And I'd like to read this plaque, if I may. It's the New York City Police Department, and the Transit Police Department. Presented to Richard J. Petito. The board members of the Long Island Shields Incorporated are proud to honor you for your over 30 years of dedicated and devoted service to the New York City Transit Police and the New York City Police Department. June 20th, 2020.
Richie, hold it up, Richie.
Okay, we're gonna have the only board member there. Richie's told me that he was there when Sean Kelleher was actually born, right, Rich? You were actually in the hospital? Sean Kelleher, come up and say a few words.
Richie, I'm Sean Kelleher. Actually, Richie, I thought you would know something's up that I made the meeting. It's Don, the milestone you made here, represent. As Joe said, 12 years old. I think I was working hard when I was 12 years old with you. Billy, Jennifer, and many years of